turn my Bluetooth on so you can connect to me.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, how you doing?
Sleepy.
Oh.
Extra so because we had a tornado in the middle of the night.
Oh man.
And we're fine. Didn't hurt us at all. But it happened at like, I don't know, like 1 in the morning, so we had to get up and move to the basement. We do have a spare room down there, so we just went back to sleep, but the bed's not as big, and Ham woke me up every hour.
Oh.
And then I missed getting my blood work done.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is it connected to yours?
Oh, I keep turning it on and off.
Oh.
Because don't I have to hit it again to connect it?
No, you have to hold it. You have to keep holding it. So you'll turn it off, turn it on, and keep holding it once it turns on. Yeah, it's a bit annoying with that.
There we go.
I'm going to move this a bit closer because I'm right at the edge of the length. There we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I have you in the stream properly.
It said pairing, but I'm not connecting. Oh, there we go. Had to have the man do it.
Ugh. Yeah, it was just a whole week of Mondays for me, so I'm just glad it's done.
Week of Mondays. That sounds
Monday,
weird.
it felt like Super Monday, and then every other day felt like Monday.
Dang.
I am sorry.
Yeah, it was my first real week of work.
Oh.
Of my first actual full-time job. And it went well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I had a couple fun experiences. There was one teenage kid who came in with his mom smelling like gasoline because apparently some gasoline like blew up on him, not with fire, just with pressure, which is why he was covered in gasoline. And then yesterday, someone basically assumed I was like 20. To which I was like, thank you, that's so nice. I am in fact almost 27. Which was very nice of them. But also, wow, apparently I have a baby face. I did not know that.
I think you do.
Thank you. I am sure I will appreciate that when I'm in my 40s.
I feel that. Granted, now my face is catching up with my age, so like now when I say I'm in my mid-30s, people are like, "Yeah, that tracks." Not too
Yeah.
long ago, it was like, "I'm 29." They're like, "You don't look 18." And I'm like,
Did you
that's fair.
is the beard new? Because the beard usually helps.
Kind of. I started rocking the goatee in college, and then this neck beard is I don't care enough to shave.
That's why
If
my
Morgan
brother
asked
has
me
a
to,
beard.
I would. But it's not grotesque enough. I just have because I have the double chin, and
Yeah,
that
like
in and
it
of
works for you.
well, the double chin.
The neck beard.
Thank you.
Don't do that when I'm sipping coffee. I almost spit on my computer.
Sorry.
Don't sip coffee when I'm funny.
No, with the glasses, which are also new. I didn't get glasses until this year. With the glasses and the neck beard, like there's times I'll look in the mirror, I'm like, I look like a Discord moderator.
Yeah.
I look like I am mad at women for not loving me more. Like, I look like someone who has put a chip on their own shoulders. Just like the perfect online neck beard.
Fortunately, then you open your mouth and start talking, uh, and you prove yourself to be not that.
Thank God. I couldn't. What a horrible place the world would be if I both looked like and was the perfect neckbeard.
Yeah,
We wouldn't be married.
No, we would not be married.
I'm so glad Morgan has self-respect.
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, it looks like Junior is not going to be able to make it. Their internet is down.
Hmm.
No.
But they say
They
that we
finally
can,
got unite. We finally got them into the party
right?
proper.
And now they can't. But they are saying we can feel free to use their character to be a gopher if necessary for this session.
And to stealthily crack skulls.
Yes.
So we can so now we can deploy Samar and Winnin.
You have quite the Pokeball collection going at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so this should be interesting. But we will go ahead. Unfortunately, we went without Isaac last time, so we can go without one this time. It'll be fine. We will go ahead and go on live and see how it goes. Not like we've had tons of people watching anyway, to be honest. But that's okay. We will go with it.
At least we're having fun.
I mean, I hope we're having fun.
Exactly.
I'm having
I'm
blast.
having fun.
Good.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I'm having more fun in this game than I would expect for a game that has had 0 combats the entire time I've been playing.
Yeah.
My games
It's
tend
great.
to be that. It tends to be a lot of social combat, occasional combat, and then
Oh no, that's
weird other
perfectly
things.
fine by me. But a lot of like one shots I do, it's just all right. Here's 4 combats. So like I end up doing like Sudokus, like in the background, or like watching videos, and they're like, "It's your turn." I'm like,
long.
who's the closest guy to hit?
Right.
No, this has been a blast.
All right.
It's
Awesome.
very fun. Very good.
All right. Here we go. Let's transition over to. There we go. Okay. So, hello and welcome to Shards of Hope. We are playing the Cosmere RPG and raising money for Nerd HQ, which provides mental health care for people who cannot afford it. We are doing a giveaway. I'm probably going to extend the deadline for that. But anybody who donates will get this lovely stand with all of the honor blades. See if I can grab all of them at the same time without dropping any. Probably not. I'll just grab whatever comes into my hand at the moment. Here are a sample of some of those that will go into the stand. All 10 honor blades into this lovely stand. Just for any donation. It can be only $1. I know when you first go onto that page, it's a little intimidating. It shows a very large amount. There is a custom option at the bottom, so you can donate any amount you like. Donations during the game actually can mess with gameplay, so you can check what rewards you get when you donate, and you can alter what we're doing while we're playing. But I know not everybody actually watches live on Saturday morning, so although Saturday morning cartoons is a thing, so you might want to watch us like we're the Saturday morning cartoon for you now. It could be
There's
amusing.
plenty of arson.
That is true. We have done arson. We have
We
done
will do it again.
pranks. That has happened.
Breaking and entering,
Breaking and entering.
stalking.
Yeah. We've done quite a few crimes actually. So we're getting
Lying
there.
through our teeth. Not a crime, but
It's a social
morally and
moray.
ethically dubious.
And then as usual, we will have our lovely note taker give us the rundown of what happened last episode.
A lot. Are we introducing or am I going?
Oh, yes, sorry. I forgot to do introduction last time. So let me go ahead and do that. My name is Melissa Matos. I am a writer and game master. You can find me on multiple places, YouTube, and I'm on Instagram at MomToast, usually if you're not finding me by my name. And we will go on to Seda.
Hello, I'm Seda. I am a writer, game master, and player. You cannot find me. I have no social media presence, and I like it that way.
Respect. And then I'm Isaac. That's Morgan. We also run Brain Dead Party. Right now, that's mostly been Morgan on Fridays. And I'm sleepy.
They were interrupted by a tornado last night, so they have reasons.
1 in the morning, sirens went off.
We're perfectly fine. I don't think a tornado was spotted so much as like radars detected funnel clouds.
It better safe than sorry, but unfortunate about your sleep.
Well, like I was telling Melissa, we have the benefit of our second bedroom is actually in the basement.
Oh, good.
So we have a bed down there. Unfortunately, I was getting kicked out of bed half the night and did not sleep well.
That sucks.
Ham.
Wasn't like ham per se, so much as I was just like pushed up against the edge of the bed from the start. Like ham wasn't doing anything additionally. It's just while a queen size bed is a nice size for a bed, Ham does not sleep by our feet. He sleeps in between our torsos.
Yeah.
And even a queen size bed
is not enough. That's
is
like
not really big enough for that.
That's like two people, but not 2 people plus a dog.
Plus a 60-pound dog in between the bodies themselves.
Who is upset because there is a scary storm?
He didn't care.
He actually didn't care. We actually had to
we
had to go down.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to. Now that you mention, yeah, we had to. Come on, Ham, and Ham's just like curled up in the bed, just.
Oh, you're just sleepy.
I was sleeping.
He even looked like, I was sleeping. He looked like, dude, I'm comfy. I am not getting up.
It's like, just let the storm take me. We're done.
Like, we had to really coax him to get him to go downstairs. Or not even go downstairs, just get him out of bed. Once he got out of bed, he was fine.
Just a sleepy boy.
I mean, that's how I am usually as well. Once you get me out of bed, I'm fine. But the getting me out of bed, not easy.
No.
Bed is a good place to be.
Bed is comfy. Bed is life.
Well, we didn't go to bed last time. We went to a party.
Yeah.
Well, specifically, Isha was invited to a party with a bunch of scholars, but we all tagged along.
Are they scholars? Are they really scholars? If they're conspiracy theorists?
I have scholars and then like an arrow that's like conspiracy ?
Fair.
So, you know, but while we were there, Denna and Melissa, I probably butchered that name in my notes now that I'm reading it, were actually at the party, and we were all surprised because they're all like acting like buddy, but they don't like each other. And it was even more surprising because Melissa was the high lady that passed out in like session 1. And she's fine. So then Isha went to talk with them, and most of the conversation, Denny kind of like talked for both of them. And then my personal favorite notes, I have a little arrow in the corner. It's just like insults flew.
Yeah.
There was some insulting as Isha tried to reach a goal of breaking Denna up with her brother. So then Isha and Vati kind of split up to mingle and hear some conversations. Isha did more on that front and started talking to people about like the mysterious deaths maybe being connected to the Knight's Radiant, because we're already talking to a conspiracy theorist. Ran into a Wow, I really butchered archaeologist. Don't read my notes, they're bad. An archaeologist named Shawl, who studies the desolations and seems to have the opinion that Melissa's memory is off, and told Isha that illness is drawing people to a specific place, and they believe that Melissa was chosen because she goes out all night and is very tired during the day because she's out all night doing some mysterious activities.
Ooh.
And then they also invited Isha on an expedition to the Hornier Peaks, so, fun.
Yay! Very fun.
Then we jumped over to Vati and Winin, where Winin saw another mysterious person, but this time they had tattoos, but they disappeared again. So, as Vati is dealing with all of that, Isha's sister and the party people and Samar showed up. Important to note, Samar has a fancy hat now. They're doing their party people thing, and Isha takes it as an opportunity because she saw Denna trying to leave the party and was like, hey, Samar, make sure she doesn't leave. So Samar was like, alright, cool. Just started handing out bottles of wine to people. Free bottles of wine to everybody. Which caused a crowd to form, because who doesn't want free bottles of wine? So that made Denna and Melissa turn towards the house where the party was being held. While this is all going on, Vati noticed that there was this weird point where Denna kind of stood in front of Alyssa for a little bit, and then when she stepped out of the way, Alyssa was gone. No idea where she went.
And that's not normal!
Not normal! And Denna looked very shaken. So Vati sent Winin to help Denna. Basically being like, hey, go be a good boy and help that lady who looks very scared. So then Isha and Vati go search the area where Melissa was last seen, and they were able to find a path, which led them to a Vaden servant, who was, when questioned about, oh, we saw this path, they're like, oh, it was a rather large Kremlin, which is bullcrap. And they tried to leave, but Vati pulled out her sword, and there was a little bit of, threatening going back and forth, only for the servant to realize that Vati is the person that some mysterious group is watching, which means their plan is pretty far-reaching, and that something bad is coming, because the group that the servant is with is also here, and Denna is learning to be a part of this group, we think, and the servant, we're trying to get them to leave this group or tell us more, but they're like, well, if I help this group, then my family is safe. There's 3 others a part of this group here. There's a lot of mysterious groups we've learned about. So we all decided to go back to the Devotery, where Ulrin was suffering stomach pains.
Indeed.
And that's what happened. A lot.
It was so much! It was so much!
So much stuff going on. So many
There's 4
mysterious
pages
people
of notes.
hanging out in this town.
I feel like I missed half the campaign.
Dude, we just went to a party.
It was just a party.
We went to a party, and that was it. And
It's
yet,
close to combat. Almost happened.
it almost happened.
But everybody
I
got
was
knocked
ready
out.
to start a fight, but,
Yeah.
Why is Ulrin suffering stomach pains again? I don't even have notes on that
So
one.
I wasn't there.
He wasn't there, so
Oh,
that's just
that's
what I
right.
decided.
That was your excuse for you were just not feeling well.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we can come up with a reason, but we don't need a reason. To be
No,
sick.
I just decided in the moment, as I was recapping, that he had stomach pains, and that's why he wasn't here.
Stomach pains. I mean, so
Just making fun of me.
Yeah.
we could go one of 2 ways. You could actually be ill, and we could have a reason for this. Or you could have said that, and you could be up to something.
I'm gonna say that and be up to something.
Okay. What is Ulrin up to while they were at the party?
if I had to guess, stalking the Aegis contingency.
Okay, good.
That
We can
makes
go
the
with
most
that.
sense.
Yes, that does make sense. Especially since the Aegis contingency was not at this party. It was mostly these conspiracy theorists and these other two mysterious groups seem to have been there, but the Aegis were not. So, uh, let's start by having Elrin do some. Are you like stealthily following them? How are you going about this?
Well, I figure I was going to make my way back over to their building, assuming I had no idea where they were at. Can I have the dice tower? Thank you.
Is that Godzilla?
Huh?
Is that Godzilla? Your dice tower look like Godzilla?
It's a little castle.
Oh, it's a castle. Sorry, I couldn't tell it very well from.
Oh no, it
There
is
we
very
go.
dark.
Very cool.
We got it at it's actually an RPG con that comes to town once a year.
Very cool.
There we go.
So yeah, I figure I'm gonna start at that building. Have uh have my spread go and listen at the window for me.
Okay.
Got my poor spread. I'm spacing on their name.
Scorch.
Scorch. I kept wanting to say Spark.
Scorch.
It's close. Fire related.
And then probably go from there.
Okay. So, forgive me as I take a few liberties because I do not know if there was much in the books regarding the Alethi or Vaden justice systems. From what I remember, it seemed very just like the High Princes were in charge of these things, and there wasn't really like a separate. It wasn't like a lot of governmental branches. It was just kind of we're the guys in charge, and we'd make the decisions. So, right, there's not like a separate judge.
There's like a little bit of it in terms of Vorinism says that some people get certain rights, but like not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seemed very much that
You seemed very feudalistic, right? Like the Lord is
you had the town lords who were in charge of hearing crimes and dispensing justice, like you had with what's his name, Rashon, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. That's what I'm going to go forward with the assumption of. So, Scorch is listening at the window, and he comes down and reports to you that they are talking. Well, they're speaking in Aegis, so he's kind of having to try and translate for you, which he's not terribly great at. He's not a
Aegis spread.
Right. Well, and he's not a cryptic either, so like they're better at deciphering all these sorts of things.
Yeah.
But they are composing letters in Vaden. So it's kind of going back and forth between Aegis and Vaden words, and he's picking up some of it. And it sounds like they are trying to put together some kind of legal accusation, like they're working on some kind of legal action that they want to take. They're talking about arrests and and someone who is pretending and someone who is lying, and they're gonna go try and like take action against somebody, but they're trying to figure out who to take it to because the person they're gonna accuse is who you would normally take the case to. So they're like having a debate on what to do about. They're having a legal debate.
Okay.
And they're disagreeing amongst themselves about what they should be doing.
Fair.
But in this case, because now there are 3 of them up there with their own high spren, this spren will probably have to hit the spren himself. I don't know how we're going to make the spren roll for stealth, but we're going to have some stealth rolls because he is now sneaking around in a very dangerous territory for him.
Okay. See, here's the thing. I knew that, but like I knew my character wouldn't know that.
Right.
Um.
So make a stealth roll and raise the stakes, and I'm trying to think of what stat you would. I guess. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to use your stats because they don't really give us separate stats for your spren, per se.
Okay. Well, then let's see. Then it's one of these dice, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got a blank on the one die and a 22 on my stealth roll.
Oh wow! So he's very good at sneaking.
Oh, I got very lucky because I saw it land on like a 2 for a split second until the other die came crashing into it.
Oh,
The
that's
plot
Lucky, lucky
die saved
plot
him.
die. Yes.
Thank you, plot guy.
I saw that and like for that fraction of a second, just.
So I guess at the moment the
And then
high
it was
spread are
over.
also arguing legal problems. They are distracted as well with all of these because they are probably also now, depending on how long they've been there, accustomed to the Asia's way of doing things, which involves a whole lot of paperwork and a whole lot of very complicated rules. And so they are probably digging into this from that angle, and the rest of them are telling them, yeah, but this is Vadenar. They don't do things that way, so we just need to be very simple and come at. And so there's like this back and forth of like they're not going to care how good our argument was written. They're just going to want us to appeal to the right person and tell them that they're so they're just arguing back and forth, and they're distracted by this argument, and so they don't notice Scorch at the windowsill.
Okay, so I'm gonna open up my thought process to Zeta and Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm of 2 minds. Do I think it would be better to continue observing the Azish contingency, or go and find you guys and let you know what I found out and try to find out who this person that they're gonna accuse of crimes is? Because
I think. Well,
on the one hand, meeting up would give me answers, potentially. But that would also leave the Azish just by themselves.
yeah.
Like,
I think you should keep observing for a bit because you never know. They might just tell you who they're trying to frame or to get legal murder on.
okay.
Yeah, I would just wait.
Then in that case, I will hold off and continue observing. However, I expect this to be more of a waiting game thing, so Melissa, if you want to take us back to the other guys, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
If you don't think this is gonna be a
Well, no, because I just wanted to give you the list of what they were doing. They're about to head out. They're gonna. What's gonna happen is they're talking for a minute, but the one that seems to be kind of in charge of them is going to make a decision because even though they are Asians and they are very much about doing things correctly and by the book and sort of by the letter of the law, they are also very determined to get done what they were told to get done. And at some point in the conversation, the one that's in charge is going to say, look, we have a mission. We know who we need to get. I am going to go get that person. I know, and he's going to kind of turn to one and say, I know you think that it is the High Prince's daughter, but that is not who we followed here. It is the doctor from Carbranth. We need to get the doctor from Carbranth, and we are going to accuse them of mishandling this entire situation. And if the High Prince doesn't agree, we will take matters into our own hand. And he starts heading out the door, whether the rest of them follow him or not.
That's a lot. I would say then one very important question I have is, does Scorch realize there's others spread around?
Let's see. He is a Ashburn, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Do you want to maybe make that a check?
yeah, have him.
Sorry, I'm not trying to background.
No, that's good. I was just trying to think of. I was trying to decide if I thought that they might actually even be out in the open at this point because they are by themselves in this room. And because they were all having a massive legal argument together, that they might all just be visible to each other because they all know that they are what they are and not care. So if he is that stealthy and is just kind of peering in, he might actually even see them. The small little people that are like, starry fields over top of a person, just kind of sitting around near each of them.
No.
Right? That's what those look like?
Well,
They
that's
kind
what
of
they
look
look
like
like
people
in
here. They're just
game
kind of
art,
tears,
but
right?
yeah, they're just like a tear in reality.
Tears in reality here because we're not in the
Yeah.
other place. But yeah, so they're just kind of like strange rips in space there, speaking
Okay.
to their radiance.
In that case, with Scorch, I assume communicating this to me, I'm going to have a very oh crap moment of, ooh, we were playing a way riskier game than I thought we were playing. And I'm going to, hopefully before whoever exits the building, I'm going to try to retreat to somewhere relatively far where I can still kind of see what's going on. Or I can at least see them. I don't need to see in great detail.
Okay.
I just need to be able to follow them.
All right. So it's going to take them a bit to navigate out of the building. Like he's not running. So you should have some
Right.
time to get down. Well, you're not climbed up there. The sprint is.
No.
So you should be able to
Yeah.
get down to like the back corner of the building before he comes out the front.
Okay.
So he would come out first, and this is Uznik is the one who's kind of in charge, and the other two, if they decide to follow him, will come out later. But he comes out by
Mhm.
himself first, and kind of starts heading toward the High Prince's palace. So kind of east down that street toward the complex where the High Prince's house is.
Okay.
Which is kind of toward the direction where Isha and Vati would be coming from. So if you guys want to run into each other, or you're going to probably see Uznik coming toward you guys, you might not recognize or necessarily know who he is or what he's up to, but he's going to be heading that direction as you guys are coming down that street toward the Devotery, because the Devotery is across from where Uznik and his pals are staying.
Okay.
I would recognize Uznik.
Oh, that's right. You did. You would have. That's right. You have spoken to him.
I talked with him.
Then, yeah, I'm going to attempt to follow from a distance. Watching where they go and everything. Yeah.
So then, oh, go ahead. Sorry. Jeff, go ahead.
I was going to say, if we pass, right in front of the Devotery, I might, try to stick my head in if I see anyone go, and then, hurry back on what I'm doing.
Because what I was going to suggest is if Uznik sees Vati out on the street, because they left the conversation as kind of come and see me sometime and we'll discuss
Right.
options, right? Like if you have, if you want to see some a real mission, right? He was offering you a chance at a real mission. If he sees you, he is upset enough right now that he would be like, "Do you come talk to me a moment, if you're willing to."
Yeah.
If you're willing to pass him on the street and have him just kind of notice that you're there. If he might not even realize that Isha is with you, he's probably gonna just grab you and be like, come talk to me a minute. And if the rest of you come with, that's fine. But he's just focused.
Oh,
He's got a weird focus
Who's
problem
this?
right now.
Who is this? I'm sorry.
This,
So this
is in. Hold on. Session 2. I talked with him. Basically, just like hey, don't you wanna? Oh no, it was session 3 when you guys were at the Span Read Hub. I was talking with him about a higher purpose.
And this is one of the Easish guys, or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's where I was getting a little lost. I was like, did we just completely jump
No.
from one?
No.
Okay.
So he's
No,
kind of
this is-
barreling
he's-
down the street, very set on his task, and then sees Vati coming the other direction. You guys are coming back, heading toward the Devotery, trying to find Alrin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He sees Vati coming and realizes, okay, these two losers who are with me don't want to do their job. Maybe this chick does. That's his thought process.
Let's go.
So,
I am this chick.
sorry. It's my,
Heck yeah.
that's not his words. That's my words. I'm
No, I'm just like, yeah, Vadi, like 45-year-old sailor. I'm this chick.
this chick.
You are this chick.
Yeah. I would definitely go with him.
Alright. It's like, so I have a job
Yeah.
to do. You seem like the person
I'll like
who can get things
follow.
done. I'd like to come with
I'll
me.
like follow Vati if Uznik doesn't outright say no, because we are together.
The three of us was winning.
Winning.
Yeah,
And a
Winnan and I are
Marshman
just
with a
kind of
hat
like
on.
tagging along.
So it's like a weird crowd coming down the street now.
Yeah.
Just the weirdest ducklings you've ever seen in your life.
And Alrin somewhere in the background sneaking down the side of the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Alvin's over here, like, seeing us now join, and he's like, wait, are they in on it? Have they been lying to me? And when it's just, like, filling Isha in on, like, oh, this is, this gentleman, we talked with him, and...
Mm-hmm. I think she is, in return, filling him in on the tea about Denna and Unkirtan. And, like, okay, yeah, sure, maybe Denna has problems that are, like, actually weird, and she's in the secret, or trying to get in the secret society and all, but also she's just kind of an awful person.
Winnan is just happy to be exchanging important information.
Yeah, very important.
So Uznik is just like striding down the street now. He's not even watching to see who's actually still with him, because like you guys are with him, and then his two other buddies are like a block behind, probably about level with where Alrin is. So you can see them now trying to keep up, because they kind of scrambled when he left and are like trying to figure out. It's like, is he really actually doing this? Like, what is he doing? Like, is he going to do this in front of everybody? Like, what's happening? They're like chatting with each other, trying to figure out what exactly is going on right now. Like, how angry is he? So he's heading up to the palace. He's got like a sheaf of papers in his hands that he's got tucked under his arm. And he is kind of, very determined looking, and he will kind of look back expecting Vati to kind of just be at his left-hand side. And say something like, so follow my lead, but we are going to be very adamant and clear when we speak. No balking, and if they come back with a legitimate reason for why things are the way they are, then we will back down, but only if it makes sense. None of this just because we are powerful can we get away with this nonsense. This is the common Alethian Vaden response, and I will not have any of that. And then he's like heading up to the steps of the High Prince's house and will bang on the door.
Okay. I kind of like look back at Isha like, hey, don't be talking. We need to just see what's going on.
So
We ain't saying shit. Sorry.
So
This is
the
Edward
door
Darling.
opens and it's dark-eyed servant gentleman opens the door, sees this very stately dressed Asian gentleman, and his eyes kind of go wide for a second. It's like, can I help you, my lord? He says, I demand to speak to the High Prince immediately. There is a matter of some urgency that we must discuss right away. And he actually doesn't even wait for the servant to say it's okay. He kind of just pushes into the door and comes into the house.
When this happens, I'd like to see if I can find another way I can quickly enter the house around them without necessarily having to go through the servant at the front.
Okay. Yeah, there's still this one's built like the other place, like where they were just having the party and stuff, so there's like a small garden to one side. If you want to try and sneak in through the garden, or there's like windows you could probably try and climb up into, like you were doing before, climbing up the protected side where the storm wall would be, and trying to get into a window that way. Which way you want to go?
I'll try through the garden.
Okay.
See if there's like a servant's entrance I can just kind of wander through.
All right. So you want to do like a stealth roll to sneak in through the garden. I'm gonna make everybody raise the stakes a bunch today, so go ahead and raise the stakes again.
Good.
Well, once again, I had one roll before I rolled the other die. We'll go with that one out of honesty, because I didn't roll them at the same time.
Okay.
So I rolled an 8 on stealth.
Okay.
But I did get opportunity.
Okay.
Yay.
So you are spotted coming through the garden. There's a servant back there, probably like hanging up the laundry or something. And they see you coming through. Though if we can have a couple different ways with the opportunity. I don't know if you have a thought already, but I have a thought as to what this could be. We can have this servant be someone who remembers you from the party way back at the beginning when you were the dude that kept coming in and out and amusing. So you weren't amusing the people who were hosting the party, but you were amusing the servants who kept noticing that you got in and out of this party very cleverly. So
I would say I will leave that to you. I will tell you what I'm thinking. So this servant's going to spot me. I'm going to go up to them, or they're going to come up to me, whichever way it goes. And I'm going to say, oh, pardon me, my mistress has walked in the door. I'm trying to follow her inconspicuously because she has some guests. And I was just hoping to get around that. I hope you don't mind if I use the servant's entrance.
Alright, go ahead and do a persuasion or deception, actually. We're gonna give you a deception roll.
I'm not even lying.
Oh, well, this is true.
Yeah,
everything I
You
said
do
was...
actually work for her, so go ahead and do persuasion.
Yeah, he is an employee. I don't know if he gets
What am I
paid
doing? Sorry.
yet.
Persuasion roll.
Oh, I actually rolled really high on that, but what is my persuasion? That is a 19 total.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay.
I only have a +1, I just rolled really high.
So, yes, that is a very believable answer. The High Prince would probably very often not want any of, the entire train of someone's servants trooping through the front door, so they would let you in through the side. They will point out where the servant's entrance is, and allow you entry through there.
Thank you so much. And then just
Hurry in there. So you can come in kind of through the side door, which will let you in. There's like other probably chambers before you get into the main hall, but you can kind of come into a side room that's attached to the main hall that everybody else is coming in through.
yeah, I'm going to once again I'm going to, as much as I can, stay away from them while still keeping them in eyesight.
Okay.
And then I'm going to narratively step into the background and let everyone else continue, if that's all right.
That's fine.
Unless you want more from me.
No, it's okay. As long as I want to make sure you're doing what you want to do. So don't let me run over.
No,
you
I don't
guys.
want to hog the spotlight. I'm where I want to be.
Okay. So Uznik is waiting now in the like dead center of the hall while the servants are scrambling to go find the High Prince because he was not expecting visitors at this hour.
Yeah.
And the rest of you are kind of arrayed around him down there. It's going to take a moment for the other two Aegis guys to catch up, but they should be there shortly because they're trying to scramble after him as well. And he is kind of just like perusing through the papers he has as if he's kind of making sure he has down exactly what argument he's about to make. But he just looks very calm, very determined, very sure of himself in what he's about to do. And rather than finding actual the High Prince, let me make sure I get his name correct here because I do have them all written down. Because it's Valisa's father, right? Evanor, High Prince Evanor. They find his wife, so it's Bright Lady Evanor that shows up first.
Okay.
And she comes down the stairs looking a bit confused and concerned and greets you all as graciously as she can for having been surprised by such a group of people and asks what is going on. And Uznik, stands up very stiffly and says, "You have a I wouldn't use the word traitor. I'm trying to think of what the right word would be.
Malefactor?
Malefactor, that's a good one. You have a malefactor in your home. The person who has been masquerading as a physician is actually here to harm you and your daughter, and I wish to accuse them openly, and you should arrest them as soon as possible, and we should bring them to justice." And then he proceeds to start pulling out papers and delineating examples, what he believes are examples of their misdeeds or their misconduct since they have been in Valath. And Bright Lady Evanor is kind of stumbles back and starts to like stop him, just like, but they've been brilliant. They've been curing my daughter. They've been curing, or at least helping to comfort so many people who have been ill in this town. How can you dare to accuse them of this? I don't understand. Like, she just looks very upset and very confused by these accusations and almost looks ready to, like, she doesn't look angry. She looks just like she's gonna start crying because she's like, this is the first time somebody has tried to save my, thought that they were going to help my daughter, and now this guy's accusing them of all of this stuff and they're going to take them away, and what am I going to do? At this point, the two other gentlemen show up and are watching this kind of go down, and Uznik is claiming that if the Bright Lady refuses to take action herself, or if the Bright Lord's family refuses to take action herself, that they will find this physician and arrest them and take justice into their own hands in response to the clear infractions that have been done by this physician in the name of healing people. Because they also have noticed the weird timing of every time this doctor shows up, someone falls ill, and they are making accusations that this physician is lying to people and making people fall ill to make themselves look good in the actions of then pretending to heal people. So the Bright Lady Evanors is getting flustered and trying to figure out what to do, and is about ready, or is starting to motion toward some of the guards she has in the back to try and defend, because she's her daughter, and the physician supposedly, you guys are assuming the way she's acting are upstairs at the moment because her daughter is still ill, and she is ready to defend her household from these people who are claiming to, and it's like, we're just going to invade and go up there and grab them if you don't bring them down. So she's calling for guards now to keep these guys from going upstairs to take them bodily from her house.
At this point, I'm going to interject. I'm going to dramatically walk out of the side room in which I'm peeking and ask, so has this woman actually committed a crime, or do you just intend to kill them like you've done so many others?
So he's gonna... Wasn't it...
You spent so long in that little room of yours trying to come up with a justification to bring them to justice. Would it be like the little boy in the town north of here? You just scoop them up and they vanish and no one knows what happens to them?
So he will look at you briefly and then kind of make a very dismissive gesture, and it's like, you have no proof of anything you just said. Who are you even? Do I know you?
Oh, you might have met some of my family, I could imagine. I'm just a young man from the Azish Isles, come to look for whoever stabbed my sister with a shard blade.
So he kind of tilts his head for a moment, and you get the impression...
Reshi Isles.
You get the impression that he's listening to something, and he gets an odd little smile on his face, and he says, "We will deal with you in a moment."
I think you'll deal with me right now. Why do you want to frame this doctor for things she's never done?
Have you not listened to the evidence? Apparently you were back there listening for some time. Are you even supposed to be in this woman's house? Are you not an intruder?
No, I'm a contingent of my lady Isha.
So he will turn to Isha and say, "You should control your servants." This is
She's not very good at
ridiculous
controlling
behavior.
me.
If this one belongs to you, could you please?
Ma'am, and I turn to the High Lady, I can assure you that your doctor has done nothing wrong. Nothing that this gentleman seems to be trying to accuse them of. They and their friends and their cohort over at the Azish embassy spent quite some time arguing about how best to arrest them, what crimes they could accuse this doctor of that might stick.
All right, so we're going to both attempt to persuade the High Lady here, because it's going to come down to who she believes, right? So you can go ahead and make a persuasion roll with Raise the Stakes, and so is Usnik. And his argument now is going to be, so far all we've been able to prove is that this gentleman likes to eavesdrop on conversations that are not his concern. He is snuck into locations that he should not belong in. He has obviously proven that he has snuck into your home, Bright Lady, and been listening or following me for reasons that I do not understand. I
Isha's
obviously
protest
was
of
putting together a
please be
legal argument.
quiet,
What's that?
not working. Isha is like trying to shush Alrin, but it's not working.
Of course,
All
I
right,
was
good.
attempting to put together a legal argument against the doctor because I believe that she has indeed been harming your daughter as well as other people in this city. So that is what I have been trying to do. So go ahead and make your persuasion roll there.
That is a 17 with opportunity.
Nice. I am going to probably roll horribly. I don't even know what my persuasion is with this guy. Hang on.
If I wasn't up against someone who statistically should also have awful persuasion, I'd be a lot more worried. Granted, I am still worried.
Nope, I did not roll very well. I only got a 9. So far, you're above me. So yeah, he's not looking good. Mostly too, probably at this point, because she would still rather her daughter be being taken care of by this doctor that so far, to her anyway, has been doing insanely well. So, she is going to have her guards come forward and start to attempt to usher these guys out of her house, which is where things are about to break down because this is not going to go well for anybody. Let me make sure I bring up the right one here. So the guards move forward and start to kind of politely at first anyway, shepherd Usnik out of the house.
I'm going to, while this is happening, ease my bag off my shoulder and start untying the end of it to try to get at whatever I need if things break down. Kind of tension in the air. Sorry.
Okay. And he will sort of start shrugging them off and will say, I am sorry that this is the option you have chosen, but we are going to be taking the physician with us. And he kind of nods toward the 2 other ageless gentlemen who have come with him, and they are going to kind of make a break for the stairs.
Oh no.
And while they do that, Uznik is going to spend an investiture and do something kind of mean. So he glows briefly, and for anybody touching the same solid surface as him, so that's everybody on the same floor that he is on, I have to make an attack roll, so we're going to see against... I guess this goes against your physical defense. That is a 15.
Ow!
Yeah, that beats my physical defense.
Yeah.
I have been hurted.
I think that hits most of everybody. We'll take 18 spirit damage.
Oh!
And then everybody make a agility test.
19.
Nice. So you pass.
Okay. It's just agility, that's it?
Just
no
agility.
raising mistakes? Okay.
I got an 11.
I got 12.
This may not affect you guys as much because I don't think you guys are wearing armor. This is just for anybody
No.
wearing armor. Oh, wow. They fail miserably. Okay, so you watch as everybody screams in pain, first of all, because of what this guy just did. Like, and it hurts inside, right? Like, this isn't just physical pain. This, like, somehow hurts you internally in ways you didn't think you could hurt. Everybody just kind of yells out as he does this, and then you watch as the two guards that have come up and tried to hurt him, like, their armor visibly rusts as he does this.
Oh no.
So the other two kind of have rushed up the steps, and the two guards, how bad off are these guys now? They're hurting too. They're yelling in pain, but they're trying to do well and defend their lady, who may or may not be doing too well at this point either. She has like fallen to her knees and trying to figure out what just happened, because that was not a pain she was expecting to ever have felt in her life.
Nope.
So we are going into
Definitely
initiative
not.
now, if you like, because there's this was rough.
Yeah.
Who would like to take some fast or slow turns? Which way are we going with this?
I think I would probably like to take a fast turn, because that's the most, well,
I'm taking
yeah,
a
I
slow
guess
turn.
that's the most I can do. I'll do a fast turn. Oof. No, I'll do a slow turn. I need to, because we haven't had a rest at all since the last
Since
thing.
last session.
Yeah, so I am low on focus. I can do very little without it.
Okay. Do remember that recoveries are a thing too, but I know that takes a lot of actions.
That's why I'm taking a slow turn.
All right. What's one's Alrun doing?
I'm taking a fast turn.
Okay. So Alrun will go first.
So it says this is a free action, I believe. I can regenerate with investiture.
Yep.
So I'm going to use some of that. So I get 1d6 plus 1. That is 6. So 7.
Good.
And then I am I in range of the two that are trying to run up the stairs?
Range for what?
Am I in movement range?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to use one action to move towards Zen, and would I have advantage from my hunter's thing since I've been tracking them?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to try to make an attack at advantage against one of the two of them. So that is 19.
Awesome. Okay, let me pull up the other guys. Hang on here. Finally got into some crazy stuff, and I have to have like a million adversaries open at the same time.
I need my emotional support salt.
All
My rocks.
right, what was your roll?
19.
19. Yes, 19 hits.
That is 8 damage.
Okay. So you hit the one. And he's not wearing any armor. They're just wearing sort of Asia's robes, right? So it definitely goes straight to him. And he looks like he is actually going to stop and stay in combat with you while the other one continues.
Um. Okay. Uh.
So that was one action. What else are you up to?
Those two actions because I
Oh, that was
attacked
two.
and
Oh,
I moved.
and you moved. I
I
see.
do want to use my free action if I can do more than one to banter.
Yep.
And I just want to scream for the physician, Doctor, run!
Okay. So then the guards are going to try and help you guys out. They're going to take some fast turns here.
Thank you, guards.
Um, so they have spears on them, and they're going to try and, since they're kind of surrounding Uznik, they're going to try and knock down this guy that just did something really horrific that they'd never seen before. So one of them will take an attack at him. Oh, good. I'm finally rolling better. That's a 19, so that will definitely hit. And he will spend a focus to actually knock him prone. They're going to knock him down to the ground. And the other one then will spend his focus to try and hit him really hard. I don't know what that does extra. Oh, it's extra crit damage if I crit on it, which I probably won't. Nope, but it is still, I think, a hit. Let me check that. Oh no, he is. He did not hit him while he was down. Tried to hit him while he was down, but he will still graze, which, when he is prone and they're attacking in unison like that, hits him harder. So he takes some good amount of spear damage from the two guards going at him. So let's see. That is. I can math. Sure. But that does mean it is their turn, so.
I don't know about anyone else, but I am legitimately very excited about this.
I'm excited, but I'm also sitting here at 3 hit points and 1 focus,
Oh.
so I'm like,
Okay,
Intriguing!
it's probably slowed, but it's not giving me the details first.
Don't get me wrong, I'm like, oh. Am I dying in like session 5?
And
that's
thus
because
ends
it's very
Shards
hard
of
to
Hope.
die. It's very hard to die.
It is very hard to die.
might
You're just going to get
get
injuries. It's going to be okay.
injuries.
Well, we're gonna see what happens with the injury table this session. Maybe. Hopefully not. But
Exactly.
all right. So
Well, give my masochistic hopes up.
let's see. What's he gonna do? I don't think he wants to do all of that because I don't know how scary he wants to be. So he will, since he's lying on the ground and just got knocked down and is getting stabbed by these guards, you will see him grab the leg of, well, or at least touch the leg of one of these guards and the guard kind of gives this like yelp and gets tossed backward up against the wall of the hallway. Just gets thrown that direction.
Oh
And smacks into the wall and gets knocked unconscious. Because I'm pretty sure that is enough damage to, yeah, after having been hit the first time and is now knocked down. He's not dead, but he's out. So that dude's going to be rolling on the injury table later. He then stands up, kind of shakes himself off, and is kind of looming over the other guard rather menacingly after having just tossed his friend across the hallway, and the other guy looks like he's ready to wet his pants. he's very terrified. And the other guard loses a whole bunch of focus. I have to roll how much, but yes, significant amount of focus. Okay, so the other guard is a bit terrified and is now kind of he's still holding his spear, but it's visibly shaking in his hands. The one that is in combat with Alrin. Let's find this guy again. Okay. Da-da-da-da. He's gonna try and do what his friend just did, but he's not quite as good as it. Good at it. So this is gonna go against your physical defense. How well I can
Just
roll
Alrin?
against Alrin. I got a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh.
All right.
no.
He's gonna try and toss you down the stairs. Kind of puts his hand out, and you go flying down the steps. Now, fortunately, you're not smacking into a wall like the other guy did. You're just kind of getting pushed the rest of the. You're only a couple steps up, so push down the steps. However, you are passing within reaches of objects that you can grab, right? Because you're passing by the railing, so you can make an agility test and see if you can grab onto something and not get pushed
Yeah.
that far away.
I'm gonna do that. 14.
Not quite. So you're trying to grab onto the railing as he is shoving you down the steps, and you're just not quite able to grab it. So you are pushed 25 feet away from him, down the steps, and back into the hallway.
Okay.
Now at 5. Okay. And then
Scorch, can I do things like that?
we can do things. Just
Not that!
well, maybe not that, but we can do things. We can do the thing with the rust. We got to work on it.
Oh, that's cool.
I like the idea that you're just lying on the floor like, Scorch!
I'm just laying there.
We'll get there,
Oh,
buddy. We'll
that's
get there.
cool.
Can I do this?
Tiny little, like...
And then he's gonna follow his buddy up the steps. They are very focused on getting their job done. So he's heading up the steps with the other guy. So he's using the rest of his for movement. The other guy's still running. So the other guy's like already at the top of the steps, heading for the thing. In the meantime, the doctor is actually probably coming out of the room trying to figure out what's going on and looking around now. and noticing there's some kind of kerfuffle going on, and noticing that there are people coming up the steps. Doesn't know what's going on though. Like, is still very confused, and is like, what's all the screaming? What? Who? So that's kind of just the confusion going on at the top of the steps at the moment. All right, slow turns.
You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I am going to use my recover. And I'm just gonna roll that, and that's 2 actions, so. Storms. I rolled a 1 on the recovery die.
Ugh.
Ow. Okay, I'm taking my 1 point of focus. And I will now, I think. Hey, Ulrin. By chance, do you happen to want a decisive command? Got it. Yeah. I'm gonna use decisive command on. Am I within 20 feet of Ulrin?
Yes.
Okay, cool, good. I'm giving him a command die. You can add a D4 to your next test.
I absolutely love thinking about this from your guys' point of view, because it must have been these guys run up the stairs, I bolt after him, you hear someone go, ow! And then me get launched back down the stairs. Just me running out of view and then flying back into view.
Yeah, basically. And I'm like, I'm at 3 hit points. I'm not getting involved. But
no, you're at 4 now.
Yeah. No, I don't, because I recovered a focus, not a health. Because focus is everything I can do. So I'm like, okay. Well, you're doing great, Elrin. Get back up there. Essentially.
I'm just totally winded on the ground.
Just so I remember, short turns you get 2 actions.
Fast turns, yeah.
Fast turns you get 3.
Yeah, fast turns you get 3. Slow turns you get 3. Sorry.
Okay. I am going to pull out my short sword, and I am going to
Yarg.
I'm going to shove Win in to get him kind of further back. I don't know if I have to roll for that though, because he's like an ally.
No, yeah, you can just he's fine. You can push him out.
Okay, I'm just gonna shove him and be like, get back. And then technically a shove is 2 actions, so and then I am going to can I brace? It says you hide behind cover.
So you do need something to brace against. The idea is that you are like bracing against like a wall, or if you have a spear, you can use a spear to brace with, but like you need something physical to brace against.
Okay. That's what I wanted to check, because I was like, I have a short sword. It's not like I'm just bracing that kind of thing. Okay. Then I am just going to ready an attack in case somebody tries to go at Winnin.
Okay. I forgot Winnin was there. Poor Winnin. I don't even have stats for Winnin.
I don't either, and I was like, I don't want to ask, like, hey, what are Winnin's stats? Is he
I feel like
alive?
Winnie's stats are commoner,
Yeah, probably. I could give
or
him some
whatever it's called in Stormlight.
right.
Like,
He's like a basic dude. Whatever. I probably have
Mhm.
commoner
The one
stat
is
block in
just
here.
like, dude, I didn't attack Winnin. Winnin's cool.
Yeah, Winnin's
Yeah.
fine.
it's
He's
in the
just,
world guide for sure.
Yeah.
I know I've seen
oh, I
it.
know, I'm pretty sure there is a
fine.
commoner stat block. I just gotta find it though, just in case anything. But they're not going after him. They have a thing that they're going after. He did
But
get.
he was on the floor.
Yeah. So
That's
he did get hurt.
that's my
That
only-
is true.
yeah.
I don't know how hurt. Let me just look that up really quick because that is true. He probably did get something.
Oh, I think he's unconscious.
That's possible. There is a commoner. Here we go.
Well, you have
Oh,
to
yeah.
roll to see if he,
Because you guys got how much damage? It was 18, right?
18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out.
to.
So he's on the floor.
Okay.
He's unconscious.
Okay. So I don't shove him.
You're just over top of him, protecting, like, you know.
Gently
Hovering over him.
kick him out of the way.
Yeah. I am just very much like, come at me. This is my charge.
My boy!
No, my boy.
All right.
Mother help!
The
Mother help!
the kid, she's just kind of like gets into a fight. He's unconscious. And she's like, oh.
He's unconscious.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
made Vati mad. We're doomed.
So,
You know.
current situation. Just to make sure everybody understands where everybody's placed, right?
Mhm.
Most of you are still down in the hall watching. Well, Uznik's down there with you. One of the guards is unconscious, up against, like, toward the wall. Winnin's out. The other guard is up but scared to death. Alrin is okay, but he's down the bottom of the steps, looking a bit dazed. And the other two Aegis guys are heading toward the physician. I do have her name pulled up over here now, so I can remember.
Started with a K.
Yes. Kaylin Revelar is out and trying to figure out what in the world is going on, because all she heard was a bunch of shouting, and now there are people running toward her, and she doesn't know what's going on. All right, so next round. Who wants to do fast and who wants to do slow?
I'm going to do fast again.
Okay.
I'm sticking this blow.
I actually also want to go fast.
And the guard will probably do fast again, even though he is terrified and doesn't really want to do this, but this is his job, take it. The bright lady
He's
is
a
probably
real
going to
one.
run at this point because she doesn't know what else to do, and she's going to run and try and call more guards because obviously the ones.
Honestly, kind of surprised she's still up.
I mean, I'm not sure what her. I know she's not commoner.
Maybe she's a socialite?
Maybe. Let me see what they have. Socialites are pretty scary. I mean, as we have seen.
Yeah.
I know I have bright lords in here. I don't know if I have bright lady in here. Let me take a look.
I mean, I feel like they're the same.
That's true.
I successfully added Winnin to my character sheet.
Awesome.
Yay!
He is a tier 1 minion.
Yeah, bright lords actually are pretty good. They have like 38 hit points, so she would still be up if
Okay.
it was the same.
Dang.
Socialites. Similar physical. So we're gonna keep that up for her. We're gonna make her a socialite too, because why not? Less sword work, but she's got a knife on her, because why not? All right. So she's still up and is screaming for more guards as she runs down the hallway. All right, who's going first with the fast turns?
I don't necessarily need to go first, so I just want to go before the other guys run further away.
Yeah, because they are somewhat nearby, right?
Yeah, so like you guys are about, well, so the way I'm picturing it is there's the the main hall that you're in, and the stairway's like at the end of it. So you can see them going up the hall, and they're gonna have to come around. Like there's a balcony up around everything. So the doctor's just come out of a room and is like on the balcony on one side up above you, and they're gonna come around that balcony and come at her. So you can still see them, but the one especially is out of range now for you. He's maybe 50 feet-ish away and up above you. The other guy's still kind of on the stairs and within range if you move. Alrin is within range of him because he only got knocked 25 feet away. But the rest of you would have to move first to be in range of the one guy.
I would just
Uznik
need
is
to
right
be,
in between all of you.
for the thing I'm thinking, I just need to be in range to be able to influence them.
Oh yeah, they can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think then I'm going to use tactical ploy on whichever guy is nearest to Alrin, and I'm going to shout out. And I recognize that this is a bad thing, but I'm going to like try and lower my voice and sort of imitate the voice of one of the Azish gentlemans, and be like, she went that way, or something.
Okay.
And I'm going to use tactical ploy, which this is all a deception test.
Okay.
Let's see. So I will roll deception. And it's versus cognitive defense.
Okay.
And that's a 9.
Nope. Fortunately, he does not believe you.
Okay, that's fair. It was the best I could do though. And I am going to, let's see. I can't do a whole lot. I've already used recover. I guess I would like to try and use deduction to figure out if there is any way to if there's any way to like change up the environment in here so that in a way that would make it worse, or in a way that would make it harder for the Azish people to continue on their murder spree. Like maybe like this would be for the next turn, but like if there would be any way to I don't know, pull down tapestries or toss spheres on the ground to make difficult terrain for them, or just something like that. But I want to use a skill and use deduction on that, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll deduction.
I like creative ways of dealing with combat.
Yay! I rolled a 10.
Ooh.
I cannot roll double digits today.
It happens. You're disoriented. It's terrifying. You have no idea what's going on right now because you have never seen any of this nonsense go down.
No, this is baffling and weird.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Who's next with the fast turn?
That would be me.
All right.
Because I don't think you're taking a fast turn, are you?
No.
Then I'm going to recover again. Spend some more investiture, or regenerate. Because I was dying. That's 2, so better than nothing. I'm going to drop my rapier as a free action, and I'm going to draw the sling that I have wrapped around my wrist as my first action. And then as my second action, I'm going to try to belt the guy who I hit earlier.
Okay.
Remember, you have plus 1d4.
Yes. So, is he within 30 feet of me?
I would say because he is now kind of. Yes, he is still, because he only knocked you 25 feet away. And he's kind of come up around. Well, because he moved away, though, after that, didn't he? Because he knocked you back and then he ran further.
Yep.
So probably no. I think he's further than that.
Then advantage, disadvantage cancel out, so I'm going to use the long range increment. So it'll be flat roll plus 1d4. Sorry, that one flew out. 22.
That definitely hits.
And that's another 7 damage.
Okay. So he kind of,
Ow!
yeah, does some kind of curse and ages at you as he keeps running. It's just like, "Please stop it.
Storm you, but in Azish.
Ah,
Throwing up whatever vulgar finger they have in their
right,
country.
whatever their gesture is that they do. And at this point, then you're kind of the doctor having kind of sort of met some of you at that first party and realizing now kind of that you guys are trying to prevent them from getting to her for whatever reason is kind of getting a better picture of what's going on here. The guard down, that's all of your fast turns, right?
Yeah.
The guard down next to Uznik is still terrified of him, but he's doing his job and is trying to make sure that the bright lady can go and get more help because he knows he needs it. And is gonna try and take a stab at Uznik again because he doesn't know what else he can do. This poor dude. Where's my guard at? Oh, nice. Almost got a crit. I got 19. So he definitely hits him and will do some more damage. And knock him down again, because why not? Even though he doesn't have a ton of focus left, but he does have enough to do that. So, Uznik is prone on the. Well, actually, he never got up, did he? Did he stand up?
No, he did.
He did? Okay.
Yeah,
Knocked him
because
down
you
again.
said he got up and brushed himself off.
That's right. So,
And then yeeted the other gentleman.
you did the other guy. But he will knock him down again. And deal him some more damage. Great. And then at this point, Kaylin is realizing some more of what is happening and is gonna try and save herself because she realizes they are running at her. The Aegis guy up top is running at her and is trying to attack her now or grab her while he is up there. She, in a very strange response, you see her throw something at him, something very small. You're not entirely sure what it is, but when it hits him, it starts to grow like this plant kind of explodes out of this tiny little thing and wraps itself around him, and he is now caught in this massive vines up on the side of the balcony, and she bolts in the other direction, trying to figure out how to get out of here away from them.
Can we do that?
You know, I can't do that one.
Oh,
I can do
that's
the
kind of
rusty
fair.
thing, but I can't do that.
Oh,
That was
yeah, that's
I,
fair. I do
don't
some kind of
I don't do the growy
counterintuitive.
stuff. But we should
I
try
like
the
the
rusty
idea
thing
that
at some point.
I like the idea that the entire time, this whole campaign, you see something. Scorch, can we do that?
This is my first time actually seeing Radiance do things.
I know, but I
Like-
just like every little thing. Blacksmithing. Scorch, can we do that? I mean,
So when the other guy sees his companion get caught in vines, he just kind of growls, and then you see him take off from the stairs and just start flying across the hallway toward Kaylin.
Oh no!
Oh no! Anyway. Sorry.
So there is now one in the air. Nick is on the ground. Kaylin is
and one's
well, yeah, one's wrapped in vines. There are now more guards showing up though because the right lady has been screaming down the hallway for like a minute. So there's like guards pouring in now from the hallway, but they are all also freaking out because there is a dude wrapped in vines and somebody flying across the hall, and they're just like, "What is going on? Like,
Stab them!
what is happening? Get the flying guy? I don't. What did I just say? Like, they're just like not comprehending anything. But all they know is there's this crazy stuff going on, and they need to get them out of the house. Like now. Okay. So now what are you guys doing?
is it slow turn?
Yes, sorry. I did not mean to skip you.
Like
My
do I get
apologies.
to go? I want to recover. D8. Yay! I got 3 more hit points.
Yay.
And then I really wish I had something to get winning up. Don't like him just laying on the floor. Can if I try to move winning, how does that work?
What is your strength?
1.
So you can probably drag him. I don't know you can pick him up, but you can probably drag him out of the way. If you want
Okay,
to.
would I still like my full 25 feet of movement, or?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, I'm gonna take him, and because now that there's more guards here, I'm gonna like try to get him away from everything. I hope he doesn't get stepped on.
Oh no, Winnin, don't get stepped on, please.
No.
Bonnie is very much like, I'm ready to fight, but
I
I
know.
do have a job.
Yeah, I respect her.
Okay. And then, so that's one that your movement and picking him up would be 2. Well, and then you did the.
I did recovery.
Recovery. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, there's a bunch of guards pouring in. They are all trying to, since they can't really reach the guy that's flying after Kalen, they're surrounding the guy that's trapped in the vines, and they're trying to surround Uznik. Uznik does kind of, it looks very, he's like almost getting red. He's not really red, but he's growing very angry, and is looking at Vati especially because he thought anyway that you were going to be there to help him, and is looking both angry and disappointed, right? As in, like, I knew those two were at least they shaped up and did what they were supposed to do. You clearly weren't ready for this. And then is also kind of glancing over at Ulrin with kind of a look of, I'll have to come back for him later. Just kind of noting who he is. But as he is getting kind of mobbed by guards, he will actually activate his shard plate, which makes all of the guards back up quite a few steps because they're like, okay, that was not expecting that at all. What just happened? Because shard plate also probably means shard blade. We need to now we know what that one is.
How the frick did he summon that?
They all back up. They watch him take up off the ground, follow the other guy that's flying out. So the two of them at least are able to get out of the building. They like break out through a window in the building. Kaylin has disappeared. Nobody's really quite sure where she ran off to, but she has run off. The other two have disappeared. The one that's wrapped up in vines is getting surrounded by guards and is getting subdued. So you have one of them in custody, but the other two have gotten out. And Kaylin is nowhere to be seen. She is just, again, vanished. Poof. And the bright lady is sitting at the bottom of the steps, crying her eyes out. We're going to make some injury rolls for Winnan, who is slowly waking up now. And trying to figure out what we're going to do in the aftermath of this insanity. Let me find my commenter again here.
Winnan!
Poor Winnan. I'm pretty sure they don't have any deflect at all. Oh wow, he's got a strength of 0. This poor man. We need to get him.
Oh boy.
We're gonna get him some better stats.
I mean, after this, he's getting armor. He's getting.
We can
I
upgrade
would
him.
give you shard plate.
We can upgrade him to an expert in something later once we've given him some teachings.
If he's a companion, he gets like tiny little buffs from being a companion. It's just not much.
Well, we'll work on getting him some better things. Let's see. Add any modifier from talents or other. I don't think he has anything. We can get him a profession so that he will eventually get advantages on skill tests from professions and stuff.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh.
The poor guy.
I rolled really bad. You shouldn't have let me roll for this. Maybe I should let you roll for this because I just rolled really badly.
Oh!
He just got a vicious injury. He has a temporary injury, but it will last 66 days. So I'm gonna roll that on here because I don't have 66s.
No!
He's gonna be injured for a while, guys.
No!
Ah!
Alright. So for the next month, 25 days. Next month, Winnan is gonna be injured. It will clear after that, but it's gonna be a while. He's probably got some kind of, because this is a weird one. He's got, because it was done to his spirit, right? So like, this is some kind of internal thing, right? I think this is going to be a massive personality change. We're going to have to, he's not going to be his normal self for a while. He's going to be sad. Poor Winnan is not going to be his cheerful, perky self for like 25 days now. I'm going to try and play him like that for you. Poor Winnan.
Oh no. He's emotionally compromised.
Yes. So he wakes
Did
up.
the Skybreaker give him depression?
Yeah, the Skybreaker depressed Winnan. He's gonna.
Boy.
Yeah. No more happy boy. He's gonna write really lousy poetry and like drink like I don't know.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh no, Winnan got hurt, but he's gonna get like a scar and he's gonna think it's so cool. But it's
No.
spiritual.
It's spiritual damage, so it's like he's gonna be there drinking like really bitter
you said-
tea and writing bad poetry and
You said
wearing all black.
that it was a physical attack on us.
I
What
know
he
that's
did.
I guess it should have been against your spiritual defense, so I apologize. It didn't really specify. I have to look at how this works here.
Well, if it's a shard blade, it does go against physical defense. It just
Well,
deals
no,
with
It's
It was the rust attack or whatever.
Oh,
inescapable
right.
decay.
Yeah.
One target who is touching the same solid surface. Oh, it should have only been one target too. That's my fault.
That was cooler the way you did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's super powerful, whatever.
Yeah, I mean he's
He's
a pretty high
scary.
up there. Skybreaker. So
Yeah.
He's fourth ideal at least.
yeah,
Well, I know this out of character. In
Yes.
character, I'm thinking, oh, Storms, we are so screwed.
Well, out of character, I know he is exactly the fourth ideal because, as far as
Yeah.
I know, the only fifth ideal Skybreaker
right.
is
Was
Yeah.
Nail.
Nail.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, but he has a lot of investiture too, so he probably could have supercharged it and spent a whole bunch of investiture to mess everybody up. But
He didn't.
But more importantly, he messed with Winnan.
More importantly, he messed with Winnan.
Kill him now.
How mean of him.
oh, and actually, I only gave you the graze damage too. It's technically 26 if I hit. So I read that all wrong. So anyway, that's fine. It's an attack. It says it as an attack roll. So it's an attack roll, and I'm
Okay.
assuming that goes against your physical defense. It doesn't specify what it goes against, but it does
Yeah,
spirit
it doesn't
damage.
specify that. If it doesn't specify, then it would be physical defense.
Right.
But yeah.
And then
Melissa, I have to compliment you either because you are such a fiend you expected me to drag the Azish back into this and you had some of this planned already, or just for being able to play that off the cuff so well.
no, I was intending to bring the Aces back into this because I figured we hadn't had you last session, so I wanted to bring all of that back in. And I was intending them to make a move. I didn't know it was going to go quite this insane, but you know, I like to just roll with however things go. But because I like having crazy factions that are all doing their own thing, whether you guys are pushing it or not. So like, they're going to explode and do their thing either which way.
And we just happen to be in the way.
And you just happen to be in the way. So now you have the Skybreakers going after this budding
Doctor.
Truth Watcher who is on the run now, even though she was there
Hey.
doing her thing.
If we get her back, she can help us. We don't know that. But if we get her back, she can help us.
But you guys know who she's working for. Well, you players know who she's working for. The characters don't really totally understand who she's working for, but she has a plan.
We do not. I hope so.
But that might be
I
my
don't
way to
know.
get you all to Carbranth, since so many of you want to get to Carbranth. She can get you to Carbranth. That's not a problem. Y'all want to get there. She has connections.
She is Carinthian.
So that could be fun.
So would you say this just ends my investigation of the Azish?
I mean, that would definitely complete your goal, at least. Like, you have investigated them. You know who this guy is now. You know he wants you. What you want to do with that next is now your next goal is like, I just need to kill that guy. However you want to handle that. But that is definitely okay. I've
I didn't even
investigated
have any
this guy.
points in
I
it.
know what they're up to. This is the thing.
You should have.
I feel like I should have two.
You should have
Maybe you
what?
just didn't save it.
I think it's investigate the Azish replaced find who killed my sister.
Oh, okay.
If I had to guess, that's why I had no points in it.
Oh. Yeah.
But you
But
definitely should have more points in it now.
since we found pretty much everything out about it.
Right.
I just lose a point from taking care of Winnan.
Oh no. Poor Winnan.
I don't even have any points of that because that goal is just get him to Carbrant.
But yeah, so he wakes up and he just looks very sullen. And he moves kind of slower than you're used to seeing him move, and he looks about and it doesn't even really say much. He's just sort of, so did we win?
No, my boy.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't lose, so I suppose that's a win.
Oh. I didn't even stay awake, did I?
That's okay.
A lot of people didn't.
Oh.
I promise. It's not good for anyone. The doctor ran off, yes?
Yes.
Oh. Oh well.
Did what was that?
I was about to ask the same question actually. Does anyone know what that was? Oren, you seem to know a lot about these things.
I don't know anything. Scorch, what do you know about these things?
Okay, so they all had high spren.
What's a high spren? I've never heard of that kind of a spren.
They look like stars. They look like if you cut a hole in the air and then you see stars. That's what they look like. And they're snobby. Really snobby.
I don't think snobbery was exactly the problem we were having, though.
So what does them being high spren mean?
Well, you saw they can do the rusty thing. We can do the rusty thing. You just haven't said
We can.
the right words yet. Which, I mean, you said some words, which was good. But
That's
there's
words.
more that we got to talk about. But we'll
I
get
haven't
there.
said any
Just say
words.
No?
you
Well,
said
some of them.
far too many words, actually.
We got to say words.
No, I haven't.
This is the problem. We haven't said the words. Can't do the things. They've said the words, so they can do the things.
That's not fair.
Well,
Also,
if you said
that's
the words,
lots
then you
of
could do
words.
things. See, this
But
is
I've
it.
probably
We
said the
need to
words
have a talk.
before.
And then
I
we
mean,
can
there's
continue
lots of
this.
words. I've probably used them all.
It's just not in the right order. Gotta put them in the right order and mean it, and then you can do the things. See? You can't fly though. We can't do that part.
That's kind of a bummer. I'm not going to lie.
But we can do the rusty thing. It's kind of cool.
It's less of a bummer.
Whether or not you can do that rusting thing is not exactly the issue that I'm
What do
having.
you want to know? You have to be precise. Look, you keep asking questions, and I'm trying to give you and telling you what I know, but you got to be more precise about the questions.
Who were they? What are they? What was that?
So, I think from what I remember, they're called surges. And when you say the right words, you get surges, and they're cool like that.
No, I meant the people.
Skybreakers. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why they're trying to get people, though. I don't know that part. That doesn't sound right. They seem really, really focused on getting that person.
They did.
Like they've been focused on getting a lot of people. Expect they're getting radiance. Why? That doesn't make sense. We got to work on that already. We got to figure out the pieces. Gonna take it apart and figure out the pieces and put it back together and figure out what's going on. And we
I
have
want
all
to
the
take
pieces
apart
now,
my
right?
pieces and put them back together because I feel broken.
Oh, well, we should rest. We should go back to that nice place where they were where they were protecting people and take a rest, yeah?
I think that I would prefer to be in a place where the Skybreakers. I don't like that name. It's too close to Voidbringers. Um, that place where they are. Yes, a place where they are not.
So when
I-
she brings up the name being close to Voidbringers, Scorch will speak only to Alrin and say, "Well, she's not gonna like our name then. It's not gonna go over well."
We have a name.
Yeah. They used to call us Dustbringers.
Oh, that's pretty sick, though.
I know, right? But she's not gonna. Don't tell her that, okay?
We'll figure it out later.
All right.
At the conversation kind of, hey, let's go back to the devotary. Vati, like, very coldly, I need to send a message. I'll meet you back there. Make sure Winnan gets there okay. And I'm going to just leave and go to the Spanreed hub.
I will make sure to bring Winnan back, and not let him get hurt along the way, I guess. I was going to say not let him get distracted, but I fear that that is not a problem right now, which is in itself a problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up my sword, clean it off, and shove it back in my bag before anyone starts wondering why Dark Eyes has a sword.
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that. We're not gonna talk about that. He's foreign. It's weird.
I just like the idea that it's like a little backpack and your sword is just sticking out the bottom.
I assume it's like a tube bag.
I know,
Yeah.
I just like the idea it's a backpack with the sword clearly sticking out of it.
Because it's like a hole in the bottom and you see the sheath sticking out the back.
Just
Yeah.
So
What's that? Nothing.
the bright lady will, now that she's a bit calmed herself, will come over, mostly talking to Isha because that's just how she rolls.
Propriety.
Yes. And will thank you guys for defending or trying to defend her home.
You're very
She
welcome.
also doesn't know what in the world has happened. She's still trying to comprehend all of that.
Mhm.
But especially with she didn't really notice what happened with Kaylin when Kaylin ran. She was, also running trying to get guards, so she didn't see any of that part. But she did see some of what the Skybreakers had done. And she was like, I don't understand most of what just went on, but I did see that you were all very willing to throw yourself in harm's way on behalf of our family, and I thank you all for that. And if there is anything the Evanors can do on your behalf in Valath, please do not hesitate to ask. We are in your debt.
I did actually want to ask before we leave. Is your daughter all right?
She is still weak, but she is no longer in pain as she was when she first fell ill. The
That's
doctor
good.
has been helping with many of the symptoms she was suffering, but she is not able to be up and around yet.
All right. I'm glad to hear she's recovering.
Thank you.
I hope she continues to improve.
And then
Extra confirmation. Yeah, and that.
By the way, could you break up my brother with this bitch?
Nah, I can do that myself.
Sorry, that was my first thought. I was like, is there anything we can do to help? Yeah.
Yup. You could, but we don't have proof of anything, so. Yeah.
So then she will head over to start dealing with this other person that they have caught and is now chained up, but they're not really quite sure if that's going to be enough, apparently, because obviously this guy can rust things, so they're not sure if handcuffs are going to do it. They're not really sure what to do with that guy, but they're trying to figure out how to tie him up and drag him off to their dungeon or whatever.
They're doing their best.
They're doing their best.
Okay. Yeah, I have nothing else to do here.
Okay. So you and Alrin will head back to the Devotery, and Vati, you are heading off to send a message. Where are you sending a message?
I'm sending 2 messages.
Okay.
The first one I'm going to send to my husband and see about, like, hey, we need to change plans. Can you try to meet us at the closest port city? Going overland with Winnan has not been going well. We need a new way to get into Carbron, kind of thing. The second message, I don't know if I'll get a response. I'm going to send it to the person that contacted me a while ago that I said, no, I don't want to work with them. And I'm going to send them a message of, I have new terms. I'm willing to meet again.
Ooh. Okay. So, are you waiting there for an answer for a few minutes, especially from the one from your husband, because that one might come back?
Yeah, I'm going to wait at least for the response from my husband.
Okay. So, from your husband, he'll write back and be like, "Hey, it's been a while since I heard from you." And he'll give you like a quick update on how things are going, like everything's going well here. Sorry to hear things aren't going well for you. We can arrange a meeting, sure, no problem. And he's given you, some details as to when you guys can meet up next. He knows it's going to take a while for you to get to a port city from where you are, because traveling from there to back to the coast is going to take a little bit. But he'll start making arrangements for your return trip. The other one, you do get a response, but it's very short.
Mhm.
And it's basically just, we'll be in touch.
I'm just going to ask that I take the copy of that message with me. And my husband one, I'm like, do whatever with it. But that one, I'm like, no, I'm going to take that one with me.
Okay. Great. So back at the Devotery, you guys are welcomed in. Of course, they give you your rooms. You guys are all able to take a long rest if you like.
Yes.
You
Oh my
guys
goodness.
are also
Please.
at the end of this going to be able to level up. So you guys will
Yay.
be level 4.
Where's the? Oh, there's no long rest.
Yeah, there's no like
Right.
long rest buttons, so you guys all just got to fill in your things. There is also now. Well, we're gonna do a couple little things here. Let me pull something up while I am doing this. So Scorch is kind of muttering a lot in Alrin's head. It's like he's trying to work stuff out, right? He's kind of like, so they're going after Radiance. Why would they be going after Radiance? I don't understand. Like, what's this piece and what's that? Like, he's going over details of why this would be happening and why they're going after these people in particular. And then He's like, but then doesn't that mean they're going to be coming after us? We need to talk, Oren. We need to have a talk.
What's up? I am just physically and mentally wiped, so I'm just
Right.
kind of...
Yeah. You okay? um. So, I keep telling you there's these words, right? That we need to
Yeah.
say. Okay. So, we need to get on that because if they're going to be coming after us, we need to be ready, right? And we need to be able to do more than we can do now.
I
when
guessed
they
as
come.
much. I mean, what did we do? We found who almost certainly killed my sister. Not really much of a reason even to go to Cabronth at this point, because we found out what we needed to. So, the only thing is to chase down these bloody skybreakers, but what do I do when I get them?
Right. Because
I can't throw people across the room, I can't dissolve people's armors, I can't fly.
Well, we can't fly and we can't throw people around, but we can do the rusty thing.
Well, how do we do that?
Well, we got to practice. I think we
All
can
right,
practice some stuff. So
Okay.
So, do you want to because we can practice, right? We can work on some things.
I suppose so.
We got to work it out, right? We gotta.
Seems kind of like we've got to practice breathing water. Well, I don't know how I would start doing that, let alone practicing it.
Yeah, I gotta remember what the other surge is that you get.
I get abrasion and
Abrasion. That's the other one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Division. That's it. Abrasion, division.
Division is
so
the
slickness
rust thing.
and dissolving.
Because you kind of get like a nascent version of each one, even if you can't do the full surge yet. So you can kind of play around with practicing them, and that'll be kind of like your first step towards saying your first ideal. Or you kind of can get some of that second step. That's right, because you have your one already.
So do you want me to check off another thing on first ideal?
Yeah, because you're going to sit here and play around with some of these while Scorchus is messing with you.
We get cut away to everyone else talking, and you just see me in the background, getting up, slipping, falling, getting
slipping
up,
down,
slipping,
and
falling.
then like sticking to the wall weirdly or something. Like you can do some strange stuff. And then also maybe like touching something and having it like out of nowhere. You're like, whoops. Was I supposed to do that? Yeah, it's fine. Just try a few things. We can make it work. So yeah.
We cut to Isha. You just see me like splayed out on the ground in a star shape, just sliding across the ground towards her.
You know what? I don't need to ask what I was going to ask. Goodbye.
I'm learning.
I am just not gonna worry about that. Not getting involved. Nope. I do not know what is going on. And I think that after the day that we have had, I should not get involved. Just like, I don't think there are fear spren around her. I think she is attracting a few anxiety spren. Like, she comes in, sees Alrin like something from The Exorcist, and it's just like, oh, boop, 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 boop. Nope. Goodbye.
I like the idea that she sees me, she goes, nope, and she just gently like puts her fingers on my torso, just
like gently push you
and then
away.
I just go,
You just slide across the room. It's like,
And
see, we can do cool things.
leave. It's like you have fun. You have fun.
Gotta figure out what I'm doing with this next level because I did not actually think about it in the slightest.
You don't have to do it right now because we're probably gonna end around 12-ish anyway. So
Yeah, we're not
don't
done.
worry too
Right.
much. But so you're gliding around over there having fun, and while Isha is walking away, she hears a very, very small voice just behind your ear say something like, "Yes, that decision very wise is. You make many wise decisions."
God, Bonnie's gonna come back and everybody's hearing voices.
Almighty, please, I do not want to be hearing voices here. I do not. It's
I
all right.
am I am
will
not in
ignore
your
it.
own head, you know.
I'm gonna like trying to brush it away as I'm walking down. I just like
And you actually
nope,
you
nothing
can
is happening.
physically knock this one around, so this poor thing goes flying. You see this poor little black
Just like
spot kind of go flying out
I
from
have
behind
no.
your ear, and it
It was a bit of
lands
crap.
somewhere. I don't know where you guys are in the devotery, right? So it's probably like on a table
Yeah.
somewhere, and it starts
Yeah.
moving around and like shakes itself off, and will like it's still kind of trying to hide itself. It's not trying to be really obvious, and it kind of goes scuttling behind like a cup or something, and it's like hiding in the shadow there, peeking out at you. And it's like, was that necessary?
It just Isha is continuing to look anywhere in the room except at this little spot of what is probably some kind of spread. I think if there are like any books, she would just grab a random book and like start pretending to read. She's obviously this is preoccupying. And I don't think she would be actually reading, but she is trying to be distracted.
Well, I knew you were stubborn. It's part of what I like about you, but fine. I can be stubborn too. And so it's going to actually turn its back on you and walk off and kind of disappear into the shadows somewhere. But it's going to like it's still in the corner of the room, like staring at you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the way spiders are when they know that you don't like them and they're
Mhm.
just going to like hover somewhere and stare at you.
Mhm.
So it's still there.
Mhm.
It's just
And I
watching
know
you.
it's still there.
Mhm.
I'm just like,
So this is what Vati returns to. You return to Alrin in the corner, either sliding around and or disintegrating things.
I don't think I've moved on to disintegrating
That's
things. I think I'm really just sliding.
just sliding around. And Isha,
I feel like it's got to be a one at a time thing.
that's true.
yeah,
And Isha pretending to read a book and occasionally glancing into this corner
very still.
warily.
Mhm.
Vadi is so like wrapped up in oh my god, what just happened today? That seeing all of that, I'm just like, no, and I go straight to like whatever room Winnan is in. Like we're just
That's fair.
nope. I have a job. I'm focusing on that for now. I cannot deal with these two crazy people now.
I promise I'm not crazy. However, anyway, we put Winnan in a room for the mentally ill. Or
He's like in a nice little protected, quiet, dark room.
yeah, we put him somewhere quiet.
All right, today. Apparently, I'm just in the mood to be a very mean GM. So, Winnan has been
Yay.
put into this nice, quiet, dark room, right? Somewhere in the back of this devotery. So, you're going back to check on Winnan. And you know in your mind that this is a very protected, very quiet, very safe area. But you get back there and you find Winnan cowering in the corner because in this room with him is another person in like kind of darkish, not like obviously like he's not dressed in like dark leathers with like a hood and nonsense. Like that's too obvious, right? Just sort of very plain nondescript clothing, casually leaning against the wall, like behind. So you come in, and Winnen's like cowering in the corner, and you're like, "What is going on?" You close the door behind you, and this person is behind the door, just kind of casually leaning against the wall, and looks at you as you come in. And is like, "We told you we'd get in touch." And Winnen's just like shoving back against the wall, like this, kind of like, I don't know how they got in here, but they have the tattoo.
I'm going
and
to
they want
like
to talk to you.
try to remain as like calm as possible. It's okay, Winnen. I asked for them to come.
Okay, can you warn me next time, maybe?
I didn't realize they would be coming this quickly.
Oh, okay. Do I need to be here for this? Can I?
No, we'll actually step out into another room.
Okay.
You just get some rest.
Thank you. So he's gonna kind of
And
like
I am going.
burrow under the covers. Like this.
Yeah, I am going to shoot this person like a death glare. Like, really? This is where you picked? Before kind of like not even like motioning for them to follow, just like going right back out the door and going to go try to find a more private area.
So they'll follow you. They look very They don't seem bothered at all by the glare. They're just kind of,
Yeah.
sure, following you down the hall. There's another. I'm sure there's several kind of private chambers in this area that are designed for this kind of thing, where you can keep people that need the peace and quiet.
Yeah.
So you can slip into one of those rooms.
Yeah. I'll just slip into one and make sure it's kind of clear in the area before closing the door.
Mm-hmm. So you wanted to talk?
Yes. I'm sure you are aware of the happenings at House Evanor today. You
Heard some
are.
crazy rumors.
I feel like it's more than rumors to you with how much you seem to be aware of my going-ons. When in my charge, though, the one in the room that you terrified, he was hurt. I don't understand how. It felt like a burning from within. You folks seem to have knowledge about things that no common citizen would. So, in exchange for information on the people that attacked today, I'd be willing to consider renegotiating the contract you offered.
Okay. So I'll have to check with my superiors first. But I think that's doable. That of course means you'll have to head back to port, no more mucking around
I've already
up here.
I've already started making arrangements to head back to port, mostly to send my charge off with my husband, but I would be easily able to commandeer one of my smaller ships in the fleet to complete any contract negotiations we establish.
Okay. Let me make sure that I'm allowed to pass along that information. And we'll make sure that one ship is sufficient for our needs. and I will be back in touch.
I just asked you try not to terrify Winnan more than you already have.
That was just to make sure you understood our reach.
I never doubted your reach.
Good. And we hope you understand. I mean, I know you were talking to the Aegis gentleman. We hope you understand the real dangers he poses. They pose too. I mean, I know you don't trust us, and that's fine. We don't expect you to trust us. We just want to conduct business. Those guys are dangerous.
I've been made acutely aware of how dangerous in the past hours.
All right. Just making sure we all understand each other. But it's good that you are making plans to protect yourself, making plans to work with us. We can make it work. We'll be back in touch. Shouldn't take too long for me to communicate your needs to them. And yeah, we'll reach out. And I'll leave Winnan out of it next time, I promise.
Thank you.
Sure.
He's not a part of any of this.
I can see why.
Oof.
So, with that, I am just going to leave them in the room, knowing they can get themselves out the same way they got themselves in.
Yep. All right. So, does anybody have anything else they want to do at the moment?
No, honestly, it was a lot.
Not at the moment, no. I think there will come a point when I think Isha will try to talk to the spren that is talking to her, but it is not going to be in front of anyone.
Okay.
So
I just wanted you to know it has arrived. It is there. It is
has
available
arrived.
for your interactions.
Hooray.
And yes, today was a lot. You are now level 4. Hooray for finally doing some combat. I don't know why I was in such a crazy mood today, but apparently I was in a mood.
It was fun. It was very fun.
Oh yeah, I had a blast.
Oh, yeah, it was great. And I only slightly regret my decisions. Just on that matter.
Honestly, probably one of the more fun combats I've had just because of how, like, narratively infused it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like it's important to make sure you do a lot of roleplay building up to the combats, because then there's like Winnen's in the way, and Winnen can get hurt, and you need to care about the people that are in the fight before you has to matter.
Lonnie cares about winning. She just doesn't show it, and now she's pissed.
Good. I'm excited that Isha is now hearing voices and is very not thrilled about that.
But you picked one that, like, the spren, when a spren from that order wants someone, they mean it, because, like, that's not one.
Oh yeah.
No,
they don't.
Like, yeah, this one's not going to be like, you don't brush me off, sweetie. This is not how this works.
Yeah.
There might be other orders where it's like, oh, hey, I'm here if you want me, but, like, no, not this one. This one's like, excuse me.
No.
Excuse me, I'm here. Thank you.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah.
I am still very happy to just not have any of that going on. I have my own things.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are doing quite well without it.
No spread.
The fun thing about this game is you don't need one. You can still be awesome even if you don't have one.
Yeah.
So I have a couple fun things that we're gonna branch out from here. We still do have the possibility of an expedition. We now have reasons to be heading down to Carbranth eventually for multiple of you. So, yeah, we have definite direction and heading toward a climax, I think. So we're doing pretty good. I'm glad that you guys are still having fun. This is awesome. Do take time to head to level 4, check your goals and stuff, and see what things have been accomplished. And then hopefully next time Junior will be able to be back with us, and we can also let them get in on some combat goodness. As well.
Yes. Please, we need a warrior. We need someone who can
Yeah.
actually hurt people.
I mean, I wasn't
I can
expecting.
hurt people.
Yeah, you thought you
What
can.
is, I was slapping the life out of one guy.
You did.
You're doing great.
I hit
We're
him with a
just
rock.
outnumbered.
And I wasn't
Yeah.
really
hit
expecting
him with
you
a
to be
rock.
able to actually defeat these guys. I mean, there was 3 of them. I was not
No,
expecting
I
you to
did- I-
defeat these guys in this
No.
comp. This was just a hello and welcome to what happens when you can use surges. Crazy town.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie, I get part of that combat. I was like, oh shit, am I gonna die? I was like, but all right, we're in for a penny. This is where we're at.
Yeah, because they weren't there for you.
No.
When we get to the point where they're coming
Fortunately.
for you,
Yet.
we're gonna see how that goes. But I'm gonna let you guys level up some more, obviously, before they're coming for you. So,
Good. They scare me.
and they should.
Yeah.
I need to
Skybreakers
at
are
least
scary.
save one ideal first.
Yes.
I leveled myself up and I took another point into Envoy, so now I am collected.
Ooh,
I moved up in investigator.
nice.
I was actually wondering because I know I said I was gonna wait another level before taking the first ideal, but I'm actually thinking I would like to take the first ideal for the Elf Callers now, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Because it is fun to be able to start doing that regeneration. You saw how much that was good for.
Oh
for,
yeah. Regenerate and to some degree enhance, though I don't think Isha will be using that as much.
Right.
The other
my-
thing is I know how much those 2 surges in particular need talent investment to be like really useful. So
Yeah.
I figure earlier is better. Anyway.
Yeah, especially the because you get the do you do the soul casting one too? Is it the
Yeah, it's transformation
transformation?
and transportation.
Transformation is terrifying. The 2 that scare me the most is the one he has, which is the division
Division.
and
Division.
transformation. Transformation at the higher levels is absolutely terrifying, and you can do some scary stuff. Not that the
I
plummeting
haven't-
one isn't cool too, because transportation's pretty cool, but
Yeah.
transformation.
No, the thing is that
I like that they censored it.
transportation isn't like super useful until you get into really high levels, but transformation, I want to use that.
Yeah.
a lot.
Transformation
I really
is
wanna play with
immediately
transformation.
useful.
Yeah,
It's incredibly good
because I have
and
a
incredibly fun.
Will Shaper in the other game, and
Yeah.
he was trying to help free some of his friends who were prisoners, and he was like, walls. Who cares about walls? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
Like-
I'm just gonna move that out of the way. Like, okay.
Yeah, I played Will Shaper and she was very, very fun, but I definitely went more into cohesion with her because I don't think I took the first ideal until like level 5.
Oh wow.
And
just feel like-
yeah, I learned my lesson because we only went to level 7 in that game, and I was like, ooh, okay.
I honestly feel like transformation is almost better than division because it can do a lot of what division can do already. Like if you want to disintegrate something, you just have to take an extra step and turn it into a solid
else.
that is
Yeah.
Take a
Yeah.
solid and turn it into a solid that is way more brittle.
But
Like-
the stuff that division can do earlier on is like direct, like you saw him do direct spiritual damage earlier on in the thing.
Oh no, I'm not saying division's bad by any means. I'm
It's
very
still
excited
crazy
to
in like really weird ways. Like transformation's scary up in the higher levels when you can start transforming people, which gets really creepy. But then like the division early on where you're like, no, I'm just gonna damage your spirit now.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. It's all very interesting in different ways. I think all of them are crazy in various levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. nothing is quite normal. I was looking at the agent talents, and that I could take, and I'm like, I do like this, especially if I continue being the more, I don't want to say the face, but like the person who has social clout. However,
The
I want to
face.
start, yeah, basically the face. But at the same time, I want to take that first ideal talent. I think it sounds fun. I think it sounds good.
Yep.
And yeah, so you can,
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we will be back together in 2 weeks and we'll have some good times. Thank you so much.
very exciting.
Yay!
Yay!
Bye.